Hey guys, so just a quick video. So this came up, and I want to, tell you guys what happened. So basically, I caught someone lying, right? And I found a way to catch someone lying. So how do you spot a person lying, right? So there are a few things to notice, whether it's on the phone, text, or in person. You're speaking to the person, right? You can easily spot a lie, and it's by their voice, body language, and just how much they talk, right? To try to make up a story. So one is when they keep talking and talking. One way to spot a lie, guys, is that you have to basically keep your mouth shut. Let the person talk or text. If you're texting on the phone, let the person talk. And if they keep rambling and rambling and rambling and contradicting and making things up, and the story not adding up, it's a lie, right? Especially when you can tell it's a big lie when it has to do with something with money. If they're asking for money, if they need help with something, most likely they don't need help with something. They just want money to go shopping or whatever, because they have an addiction, right? Or whatever it is that they need money from something, and they try to cover up a story to make it seem like you're trying to help someone or help them. But one is talking too fast, talking too much. So you want to stay quiet, let the person talk, and they're not gonna stop until you say something, right? They're not gonna stop. They're gonna keep saying something. They're gonna keep adding things to it, and their words are gonna get mixed up. And eventually, if you keep your mouth shut for long enough, eventually the truth will slip out. But you have to really pay attention, because you probably wouldn't even notice it. You probably miss it. Now, another way to spot a lie is when their body language is very, like, tensed up, right? Or they're so jittery. When you're telling the truth, you're confessing, you're being honest, you're being calm, because it's, you feel a sense of not defeat, but you feel a sense of relief when you tell the truth, because it's like, you know what, I gotta tell the truth. So you're calm and relaxed, right? And when someone's lying, right, they're so tensed up and so jittery. They may smile, or their eye contact is, like, really off. That's a big sign that they're lying. you know Another sign is, what's another sign, guys? What's another sign? Because there's so many different signs to see if someone's lying. So we covered when they talk too much and too fast. They say so many different stories, and their body language and eye contact. It's just so, like, nervous and tense. You can feel it. You can sense it. Another one is, those are the two main ones, guys. But another one, I feel like it would be when their voice is too high pitched. Especially when they're nervous. Their voice is too high pitched. Especially on the phone, it's so noticeable on the phone. When you notice the person doesn't speak like that, with a high pitched voice, you can tell when they're lying, when their voice is, like, a higher pitch. They're saying their words too fast. They're making stories up. Their voice is too high pitched. So combine all that. That's how you know the person's lying, guys. That's how you know the person's lying. And a lot of times people lie to get something out of you, whether it's information, money. Money's a big one. Or it's just to mess with you, or just scam or trick you, or something. They want something out of you. So that's how someone's lying, by those three things. And there's probably more, but it's uncommon, guys. It's uncommon. But those three things are, like, the main common ways to spot a lie. And the main ones. What do you do when you spot a lie? That's a big one. That's what's something that people want to know. What do you do when you spot a person lying? Well, you can just say no. Like, no is the most powerful word that you can say. You know, when they're asking you to do something, money or whatever it is that, you can tell when they're lying, just say no. Just say no. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hang up or just walk away. You know. Um, Another thing to do is you want to counteract or retaliate. Basically, lie back to them, which, if you're good at um, retaliating slash revenge, you'll know what to do, right? You won't lie to them back, saying, "Oh, I don't have the money because something, I got into an accident or whatever," right? Then you start tricking them, so it's like, you know, payback in a way, right? It's payback. Another way to do is just stay quiet, like say nothing, don't say a word, and they will literally like freak out, like they will completely stop. And who knows, maybe in rare cases, they'll even apologize to you. Maybe in a couple of hours or in a couple of days, they will apologize to you, saying, "Hey, I'm sorry for lying and this and that," right? So that's how you spot a lie and what to do when you spot the person lying. What not to do is call them out and say, "Hey, I know you're lying, this and that." No, they're to be very defensive, and they're to do something that um to basically back the lie up in a way. Little truth, but stretching it to the point where you get tricked so easily that, okay, maybe they're telling the truth, right? So don't tell the person, "I know you're lying," or you know public shame them. Just walk away or say no, right? So that's pretty much it, guys. Bye.